Have you ever imagined a real-life treasure map, but digital? Where the prize isn't gold doubloons, but actual Bitcoin that's been hidden away for years? Well, today, we're diving into a tool that claims to be that very map, a key designed to help crack one of crypto's oldest and most fascinating mysteries. So this entire hunt, this whole idea, it all really boils down to one simple yet very intriguing question. What exactly are these legendary 32 Bitcoin puzzles? Now, we're not just talking about some clever brain teasers you'd find online. Nope. These are a set of historical cryptographic challenges that have become a huge part of Bitcoin lore. They've been testing the skills of cypherpunks, developers, and crypto enthusiasts for years. And here's the kicker. This is what makes it so compelling. Each one of these puzzles is a cryptographic challenge, and locked inside is a private key to a wallet that contains a real Bitcoin prize. We are talking about a genuine quest for digital treasure that is still out there, just waiting on the blockchain. Okay, so for a modern-day treasure hunt, you can't exactly use a paper map, right? You need a modern toolkit, and that's where the Bitcoin keyHunt app comes in. It's a tool built from the ground up specifically to help you navigate this complex digital treasure map.
Right off the bat, you've got to love the philosophy here. The app's whole approach is just so refreshing and user-focused. No ads, no subscriptions, and absolutely no tracking. You just pay for it once and you own the tool forever. I mean, in today's app world, that's practically unheard of.
So what's under the hood? Well, the app is just loaded with powerful features. You've got this cool grid-based exploration so you can visually map out the puzzle, you get pattern insights to help you spot potential solutions, and, crucially, on-chain status checks to see if the treasure's even still there. And it's all wrapped up in this local-first design, which, as we'll see, is absolutely key to its privacy promise. All right, so you've got the tools, but how does the hunt actually work in practice? Well, the app is designed around a really clear and simple workflow, one that's built to get you started hunting in literally seconds. Before we jump into the steps, let's get on the same page about what we're even looking for here. The goal is to find a private key. The easiest way to think about it is like the secret combination to a digital safe. It's this long, secret number that gives you, and only you, access to the Bitcoin in a wallet. Finding this key means you've solved the puzzle. It's that simple. The whole process is actually broken down into 4 pretty straightforward steps. First, you pick a puzzle you want to tackle. Then, you use the grid to visually toggle bits and piece together a potential key. You can analyze it for patterns, and then, and this is the exciting part, with just a single tap, you check if you've struck digital gold. It really turns a super complex process into something manageable and, honestly, kind of fun. And that on-chain check step, it's absolutely vital. It's kind of like sending a little robot probe to the treasure chest before you go digging. It tells you if the prize is even still available, exactly how much is in it, and when you last checked. It stops you from wasting your time on a puzzle that somebody else might have already solved. Now, the app gives you a few different levels of equipment for your hunt. This lets you choose the exact toolkit that's right for your level of commitment. The free tier is kind of like your trial run. It lets you get your feet wet and see how it all works, but with some daily limits. If you're serious, though, that's where the paid tiers come in. The Plus tier gives you the unlimited checks and pattern access you'll need for a real hunt. And then there's Premium. That's the ultimate toolkit, adding powerful features like auto run to let the app do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Okay, let's talk about something that's super important in anything crypto-related: privacy and security. So let's take a look at how this app handles your data and, what the developers want you to know up front. The app comes out swinging with a huge and really crucial promise right up front. None of your data is ever shared with third parties, period. In a world of constant data leaks, that is a massive statement. And then boom, they hit you with the follow-up, which is an even stronger claim. No data is collected in the first place. For an app that deals with something as sensitive as private keys, that right there is a huge signal of trust. So you might be asking, how do they actually pull this off? Well, it all comes back to that local first design we mentioned. There are no accounts to create, no cloud storage, everything, your preferences, your progress, it's all stored right there on your device. When you check a wallet status, the app talks directly to a public blockchain explorer, not through some central server. And most importantly, the private keys you're testing, they never, ever leave your phone. Now, it's really important to have the right expectations here, which brings us to the official disclaimer. The app is a powerful research tool, But it's not a magic money machine. It gives you the map and the compass, but actually finding the treasure, well, that's still all on you. And really, that kind of leaves us with one final thought. With a tool like this, you have a modern map to an ancient digital mystery. It really makes you wonder, for the people who take on these challenges, is the real treasure the Bitcoin you find at the end, or is it the thrill of the hunt itself?